Alright, boys, y'all on Facebook Live. Y'all don't be saying no dirty words.
Gosh almighty, Trey, you're on the spot. Yep, I'm on the spot.
Alright, I'm putting y'all on the spot.
What's going on now? You're going to start from new? Yeah, we're going to start from scratch.
Got a Facebook Live.
He's a marshal.
I'm a marshal in the Derby.
We got a team derby going on.
I got a team derby. I got Joe Lee, two-time classic winner with his hat on backwards.
He's out here frogging on.
And his Yakima kayak. I got Trey Swindle up there. Joe and I have caught a few of the largemouth over here at Lake. One I got a pee, Lake Black. In the losers bracket at St. Lawrence River, Joe and I combined weight still come up 4 pounds short of a check.
Yep. So we're out here frogging.
So we're frogging in the slop. Trey is yet to bucket a bass. He's got a 3,000-pound kitty catfish, a pike, a squirrel, and a small coon. And Joe has had Mother Goose eat his frog about 4 times, but we've missed like the last 4 in a row. Trey, if you keep spanking that frog, he's never going to act right.
He's getting a little flustered.
Can Trey bust out? There's a tree frog coming at Trey's frog.
And tell him about this mixture of grass. We got this white. Tell him
Well, we got a mixture of grasses here that average people might not have seen. There, Joe, there went one moving right there, Joe. You see that? See him right there, Joe? Get him, get him, get him, get him.
I don't see him.
Right here on the mother-in-law tongues, right there. Right there, see? Oh. We
got plethora. That may be the frog.
Oh, it's a tree frog. My bad. Trey's frog just got mated by a frog.
False tree frog alarm.
But we have what looks to be some Clorox in the water. I don't know. It's a funny white-looking film, and we got some duckweed. We got some mother-in-law tongues, some lily pads. We got some submerged vegetation.
You gotta get around that Clorox.
We gotta get around that Clorox. These fish they clean, all day fresh right here. What's up, Big Tim Harris? I ain't seen you in a long time, boy. You done moved off out to Texas driving that truck. Joe Lee, watch Joe. This is what you do in the classic. You make small adjustments.
Small adjustments. I'm going on this outside work. You know, Trey's been focused on these little.
So Joe's strategy is to hit the outside clumps to try to outthink Trey, which they're they're neck and neck.
Tight race up here.
Neck and neck. I might have to get down here and plug in my phone charger.
G's just giving us a chance right now. He is. He's just a good, nice dude.
I don't know if my battery's gonna last long enough for y'all to catch one or not.
If you're less than 95%, it's gonna be a while.
I've got 10% battery.
Oh no, that ain't long enough.
Trey, get on up there in that jelly roll slot in the back, son. Fog it from right here.
Jelly roll all over the trolling motor.
Well, that's what we like to call. Some people go to CrossFit. We go what we call grass fit. Anglers are grass fit. They have a strong right wrist and a strong right bicep from pulling that trolling motor up and down and up and down. You got some of that juju grass on there.
See, that's why I don't even run the trolling motor. I'll let Young Buck up here.
Young Buck run that trolling motor right there.
I'm a co-angler.
Co-angler.
That's why I co-angler. You don't even have to worry about it.
I'm gonna get down here and see if I can find my cord while y'all still fishing. I might have a cord.
You got 10% battery. I mean, that's all you gotta get on.
You just give somebody the battery life.
Just share a little bit.
Yeah, just share a little bit.
Well, I'm trying. I'm looking for mofies, and I gotta find some juice in this boat somewhere. Oh, nobody panic. I know where the juice is. Y'all just keep fishing. These people over here, listen people, that's why you don't drink natural light and bush light. It's the leading beer of domestic violence across the nation. You see that man in his boxers and his flip-flops? Apparently his wife has cooked something that he does not agree with. He has threatened to whoop her with a sack of nickels. Hang on, let me show y'all what's down in the bot here. Trying to find the juice. Sorry, there's could be Joe's booty shot right here. All right, I got my Mophie. Hang on. We're too far into this project not to keep filming.
Yeah, you gotta just keep going.
I'm making a movie that's made for TV right here. All right, I just got a cord. All right, back on these boys. This ain't Eric with Bass Live up here now. This is Gerald Live.
Gerald the Marshal Live.
Call me Gerald the Marshal. I've been marshalling now for about 20 minutes. Think I'm about calling trip. Got some questions.
Hey, remember you can't make a cast.
I cannot make a cast. Uh-oh. Hang on, gotta plug it in. Uh-oh, my battery's screaming at me, y'all. Don't go off Facebook Live. Come on, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm charged into the Mophie. Here we go. Here we go. Alright.
Our confidence was shot after that.
I mean, anybody can watch Bass Live, but this G Live is a very different program.
Select group.
It's a very select group of anglers. You'll notice an angler leading the tournament, Joe, he's got his hat kicked back on a 45. He said that's key for big bass, and you know, and the ladies, they like it too. And you know, we're gonna put in a shameless sponsor plug for Joe. Let me zoom in on his kayaks right there. That says Yakima Rack.
That's the racks for the truck.
Oh, racks for the truck, my bad.
You're close though.
I thought that was a girl. Didn't know.
Yeah, you never know where I get, you know, these hats from.
Hats from. Joe's digging down in his smorgasbord of poles.
Hey, after the switch, and
He's going with a chatter jig.
I'm going around this outside.
Joe's still working that out.
The trolling motor spooks all these bass. They run right to my chatterbait.
All right, Joe's strategy is let Trey hit the trolling motor, shameless plug, Minn Kota, and it's gonna run him out.
Spook these bass out of these.
I'm eating some crackers back here because I'm hungry. Trey.
Most action I've seen.
Trey, that's more action you had at the senior prom. You got hung on lily pad. Ladies, Trey's my nephew and he's single. Yeah, he likes to fish a lot. Trey, show him that hair.
You don't need to see that.
That hair look like when he takes that hat off. Okay, we officially have shots fired. We have shots fired. The natural lights are now starting to kick in.
Yep.
Y'all be listening for 911. Trey, you got 1,100 people watching you do this. Don't.
I mean, he says, who cares?
Who cares? I mean, Joe had the whole world at the Classic. Well, I had Bass Live camera and I had the TT, so I had a whole bunch of people. Trey's taking off his torch sunglasses. That's a bad move when you're trying to get sponsors. Never take. See how Joe put his on top of his hat, but yet kept the sponsor logo shining? That's a sign of a professional. Trey's showing his nice left-handed skills of casting. He's in what we call the jelly slop. Y'all? Hey Trey, you didn't even throw in that big old hole right there?
Yeah,
There ain't no frog tracks in there.
G right here. G's back there.
There ain't no frog tracks in there, son.
G's back there eating crackers. He's just looking at all these, what the good looking spots.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go. Mm-hmm.
Coach G.
Now pop, stop and work it on out one time.
One time for me there, Trey.
That looks sexy right there.
Does that look like paint?
Preferred vegetation, yeah. Oh, big one boy right there, right here. See the blowhole? Get him, right there. Y'all watch right here where my finger's at. And Trey make a good cast.
Right here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry about it.
Watch
Hey,
Joe.
you don't tell anybody. You don't
Joe
tell them
immediately
when you
reached.
see one blow up.
Joe sees the blowhole.
You don't worry about that, Trey.
Now Joe's working a traditional frog instead of a popping flopper. He felt like
I'm going finesse approach behind
okay, finesse approach, which is a really slow, lethargic, never give up. I like to call out the elderly man in the park frog walk. It's just kind of a slow saunter. Nothing real. Cracker. Uh-oh, Trey's done opted for. We're putting his sunglasses back on. Going for sponsor plugs.
Yeah, he's sponsor plugging. He's looking for them open inches.
Trey still can be bought. He's wearing a shirt that he got at the meeting up there.
That's all he had left. It was clean.
Yep.
He wears chacos every day. And his hair looks like an eagle's nest when he wakes up in the morning. Looks like a hunter shrike backlash. Hey boys, the only thing thinner than the fish in this pocket is David Mullins' hair. That's all I can tell y'all. And that's pretty thin right now.
There ain't a slick. Absolutely bald.
Uh-huh. These people say this is the best looking frog grass in the world. Slop, Clorox. But what's missing, Trey?
Bass.
Well, Joe, what don't we hear?
Brand.
There you go. What are we calling them? You know, we heard some activity.
Some live.
But
Trey's just graduated high school. He liked to fish for a living. Or male dance, I don't know. With them swindle legs he's got. He'll get sued. Hey, he'll get sued for lack of support with them legs like his Uncle G does. Them's made for running right there.
Sprinter.
Yeah, that's a sprinter, crossover dribble. Trey dove from a dog the other day out in the parking lot and pulled a hammy.
About that. Salmon got to running away. Nobody could catch it. Well, he ran up to me. I started petting him, and then he just beeline for run away again. I mean, I sprawled out straight out.
Pulled a hammy.
I did.
It's tough chasing dogs.
Then about 8 hours ice packs. I said I'm gonna need both of them.
Yeah, Trey needs 16 hours worth of ice on his ice. I think the ambulance, well, I see some old guy crawling up the bank over there. They all getting out of a pontoon. Do not indulge and drive the boat.
Bad idea.
Back to the studio. We're going in box 4, Bass Live, box 4. Coming to you, coming to you. Pike, pike. Woo! Woo!
Baby.
Woo!
Yeah!
Bass Live, Bass Live. Then you get the motion
I'll
from
show
the
you
camera
how
guy.
to hook one of these.
Easy.
I mean, oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Easy.
We're gonna do this very nicely.
This is a northern pike.
Yep.
They say people eat them.
Yes, you're right. They're good, but we're just gonna let them.
See, we did not give him the boat penalty.
No, this is not a penalty. This is a good release.
Good release.
Yep,
Good
you're
release. Joe,
She's saving right there.
Joe
He said,
picked
"Be
that one up
careful."
on a chatterbug. He was working the chatterbug, so he chose the outside grass line.
Yep, I knew them pike were
It's
right
got a
there.
lot of a Clorox look to it. If you can see that swirl, it looks like a, I don't
Yeah,
know.
look, you can just see how deep you can see right through that brown stuff. That's what
Yeah,
they made
we
it.
like to get that mixed up trolling motor water. Back to Trey. Box 4 going live. Box 4 Bass Live coming to you. All right, going in box 2. This is what you hear, guys, when you're fishing on Bass Live and Elite Series. You hear that stuff sometimes through the microphone going. All right, coming back to you. Box 4 coming in at box 3. Switching over. They got one on right now. Let's see, box 2, box 4, and then when they're not calling your box, things ain't good.
Box 3, I got 2 frogs chasing my frogs.
Trey has mating frogs. Boys, I'm glad. I mean, how long is it gonna take, Trey? I mean, Lulu's gonna have them ribs ready, and we'll be out here dropping a night bait like me and Joe have to do at Smith.
We'll be night blading before we can give him one.
And notice Joe's dressed all in sponsor attire. He's with Carhartt and I'm with Hook, but he's sporting a brand. He matched up gray and khaki, and note to self to Joe today, he has his pants zipped.
That's a surprise. You know, I didn't weigh in yesterday. If anybody noticed that.
Doc Lee always tells me to make sure Joe's pants are zipped.
They're never zipped.
He's always in a hurry. Trey's working that frog, son, like he's trying to grind meal and corn out. Just grind it. Work that frog, son.
I'm trying.
Pop, pop, give. Pop, pop, give. Oh, what's that?
You
What's?
hear that? That chunk out there.
Oh, we've got a runner.
Oh, I shanked it.
Oh my God! And the shad are blowing up. Trey has shanked it.
He shanked the frog. Okay.
Joe's tangled up. Got 14 pounds of marsh grass on there. All right, now this is what we call open water frogging. It's a very, very elite talent. The fish is on the other side of Trey's frog. It's harder than y'all think to find that frog in that camera. This is really the loser's bracket tournament challenge. Joe and I are trying to, well, we're just trying to catch one. We had a little trouble this week. You know, not every derby's a holiday.
No, it ain't.
You know what I tell you folks, kids, anybody listening, you ain't always gonna win. You're gonna get your butt kicked, but you ain't gotta like it. Oh, I thought Joe had shots fired. The wife, they have the pontoon and they're back on the move. I see what appears to be some type of Rapala trolling bait on the front with a blue tarp. And nicely said, they're running a little old Mercury putter putt right there. Boy, sponsor slut, this is just all in this program. I am a sponsor slut right here. Hi, I mean, nobody can catch one. What's the deal?
There ain't no bait here, Keith.
There's some bullets. I don't know about no bait. Move on down the line. Keep that thing moving, son. Put the Bobby Lane on him. Bobby Lane will have that thing on. Joe has fired down.
No.
Box 3 back to you in box 3.
Trey, you better not be casting out here.
Box 3 back to Joe. Joe just got walloped outside the grass line on the chatter jig. Now Trey did a little bit of MLF style fishing and run defense and just started throwing back in front of him.
Throwing ahead of me.
Joe's got that soft little smooth cast just close enough to my face to let me know he's in charge.
I'm just letting you
Small
know
bait fish out there too, Joe. I see just a little old,
see what I'm working with out there.
a little old fry around that isolated grass.
I'm getting frogs just throwing my
Hey, Brian Neal said one of y'all needs to switch to a paddle tail. Throw a flute. Throw a flute. This guy tell me to show y'all how, but I'm in retirement right now running this camera in box 3, producing these high budget fishing shows. This is gonna be mine and Joe's new TV show we're about to launch called Me and Joe and My Nephew. That's the name of our new fishing show.
Yep.
We're not gonna catch much. We're gonna go a lot. We're probably not gonna, we're gonna make a lot of long casts and pretty retrieves, dominate with hook sets, reeling in grass. Trey has went strictly Rojas intense with that frog right now.
I was zoned in.
He was zoned in. Bobby Lane would have been proud. Cliff Crochet would like that left-handed swing cast you got there, Cliff Crochet. Joe's gonna keep on and work you over out here in this grass, Trey.
I'm just rolling out here. I'm hoping these fish are still spooking out this outside edge where I'm at.
Not many guys think about that spooking out part.
Aaron Martin's taught me that.
Aaron teaches you to fish spook out.
Spook away from that trolling motor.
Trey, I don't know how big my data package is, but you're gonna have to catch one. I mean, there's some people out there at home right now.
Yeah, I might have to just
Hey, they said one of y'all need to just sling a Carolina rig out through this grass and just rip it.
I don't know if we got any.
Holy moly, there went one right there. Hog Nasty just blew up. He's in the grass. Both anglers retaliate with a small cast. Trey's gonna work his frog at a very, very slow pace. And nothing. Joe opted for the punch and pull. That's the old punch and pull technique. He punches it through.
Sticking now,
He's dead sticking that big crawl down in there.
That green.
Oh. Sometimes bass will do that to let you know that they're in charge.
They are in charge right now. They are very in charge of me.
Joe and I have discussed our weakness at the St. Lawrence River is we're just not good drifters. Joe has a dip in big enough to plant a flower in. You could grow petunias in Joe's dip. He's got his billfold on in case we stop off at the steakhouse. He wants to be ready to eat. He said he'll stop at the steakhouse or just get a slice of pizza. Now, Trey is stuck.
You watch your frog, boy. You watch that frog.
We're having an on-the-water confrontation right here to debate on who needs to be throwing what. Trey can't get his biceps get going there. Cross fit, grass fit. I mean, if I was a betting man, I'd say that old chatter jig's fixing to step his game up.
I'm getting out there in the field. There goes night target.
There goes Kevin Van Dam. He's probably trying to beat us to our best spot right there.
He's got 86 pounds.
He's got 8 6-pounders and 4 4s he's culling with.
First hand.
Trey, that trolling motor's shaking like an old man at the park feeding pigeons. You've got to get that grass off there.
That thing is a shape.
We got, that thing's wrapped up tighter than you know what, son. Woo!
Yeah, you may have to clean that one up.
Sometimes you just got to reach down there and get your fingers on it. Fight that thing, Trey. This is about the time when you're in a grass tournament, somebody cracks old big and you over there fighting that grass. What's up, Jonesboro, Arkansas? Punch a jig through that slop, and somebody said roll tide. I thought about a whopper plopper too, but I took all that stuff out of it because I just knew I was on them up there at St. Lawrence. And Joe just did what we call the snapping pop. Oh, it's just a little old stomping paws right there, and they kill it. Just kill it. Lake Fort swim baits work.
1/4 ounce chatterbait.
Yeah, he likes to throw a 3/4 ounce chatterbait.
You see them bubbles? First sign of an alligator.
Trey thinks that he has spotted what appears to be an alligator. Kick this thing on around that point, get out there in that wind, throw that chatter jig around that edge, and let's see which one of y'all got something. I can't hold this phone here forever. My rheumatoid arthritis is setting in, and my Alzheimer's, my bursitis. I got all them sisters, arthritis, birthitis. Joe is working for the state of New York Aquatic Vegetation Management Program. He's slowly ripping it up one sprig at a time. He said he'll haul at least a 200-pound bell hole on his Yakima rack. Uh-oh, the pontoon's coming out. This could be a conflict. We could be on their secret fishing spot. Y'all look out. Trey.
I got a problem up here with you.
What's the problem?
My trolling motor's shaking like a...
It's because it's got wematory grass on it. We've been back there in that old sludge pool.
I got him in the penalty box.
Uh-oh. You just see the veteran step up and take command of the ship. Trey has been moved to assistant boat captain. Now we're working around a nice mix of rock and grass, pines, cedar logs, and redwood forestry commanders. Trey is pulling in what we call a grass bass. That's at least a 17 incher. That's not a measurable fish, but hey, it's a good one. Y'all got to go with the pump and grind right here. These people at home said they've run out of popcorn waiting on you two knuckleheads to catch one. Uh-oh. 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 Natural lights.
You always got to watch the other angle.
Always watch the competition. These guys, we don't know if they're pleasure boating or actually scouting out one of these fishing holes. You can see what's on the screen down here. It's about 2 foot deep. We're tangled up in grass. We got more grass on us than a Leonard Skinner concert does. We've had a swing and a miss. We've had one of those situations where we're not sure where. Oh, get it back in there, son. Sometimes they hungry. Get down on it, Get down on it, like a ling-ling. Sometimes I like to take my tune out and let it tilt over to the left when all my beer's on that side and just run her through the green buoys. Look at that thing. That sucker's tilted up more than the NASCAR ramp, son. Look like turn 4 at Talladega. Trim her up, son. Van Dam's coming back through. He's already fished 3/4 of the lake side. He's going to come back down on this end. He's throwing that blade around night fishing. These two are working a piece of isolated grass. I swear, folks, there were some bass in Black Lake. We've caught some, but when I put the pressure on these boys.
Go back to a hot mat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, our hot mat right up there, my hat.
Hot mat. Yeah, I'm gonna have to update my Verizon package, these people say. throw a football and a beer bottle cap on top. Throw a football. Now look, Van Dam said, I ain't worried about these no wake zones. I got somewhere to get. Who's he teamed up with? Zona? Oh God. 2 Michigan natives are taking on the 2 Alabama hillbillies. These two guys are having trouble beating themselves. Joe's up a solid northern pike since we went live. And then Joe's got a swing and a miss. And Trey's got an air jerk one time.
Meat on my trailer, my chatterbait too. That's what you want.
Yes.
Gotta have a little meat on it.
Y'all, what y'all think? Y'all mean?
I think we're making it up. Yeah,
All right, we're gonna have to make a long run and get back on this thing later. Fortunately, Bass Live can only go so long. We've only bought so much airtime on CBS, NBC, and NR3, and NRA, and MB2, and MRI. So we'll be back on air later. We got a lot of money invested in this program so far. I got a Mophie and 13 chatterbaits. Peace out. Right. We done.